This episode of Boot Camp is presented by EA Gamechangers. Hi, my name is Shadox and welcome to Battlefield 5. I had the opportunity to fly out to Stockholm last weekend and get hands-on with the launch build of the game and share some information with you. This video will show you the ins and outs of the Recon Class, their weapons, gadgets, roles, and more. Whether you are a Battlefield veteran or someone who is just getting started with the franchise, my goal is to teach you something new. Let's get started by taking a look at the weapons available to the Recon. The Recon is all about accurate, long-range engagements with the sniper rifles and self-loading rifles. The nature of the bolt actions means that your first shot needs to be on target, as if you miss, it could mean that your target escapes or you are killed. Not good either way. The SLRs do allow for a bit of leniency when it comes to follow-up shots, but have small magazines and high vertical recoil. One of the biggest changes to the class from Battlefield 1 is the removal of the sweet spot mechanic. This means that you will need to land a headshot to one-hit kill a target at full health. This means that the sniper rifles require more skill to use effectively and reduces frustration from being hit by one. When you first start out with the Recon, your weapon will be the Lee Enfield No. 4. This bolt-action rifle was the standard issue for the British forces, and is a well-rounded rifle, perfect for you to get your feet wet as an expert marksman. It has the fastest fire rate of the bolt actions at a maximum of 72 rounds per minute and the largest magazine holding up to 10 rounds. This means that you will have more opportunities for a follow-up shot, as well as having a higher total kill potential before you need to disengage and reload. Just like the other three classes, since this is the starter weapon, you will have some specializations already equipped. These include a faster time to aim down the sights, improved accuracy while moving, faster moving while aiming, and a variable 0. For most scenarios, I would stick to using the 3x scope, as running 6x will just lower your situational awareness and peripheral vision. At Recon Rank 1, you'll unlock the first SLR, the Model 8. This rifle will drop targets in only 2 shots out to 50 meters, and can one-hit kill a wounded target with a headshot. It has a 5-round internal magazine and a rate of fire at 180 rounds per minute. Keep in mind that this weapon has extremely high vertical recoil, making follow-up shots somewhat difficult, but if you can counter this and make your follow-up shot, you can easily out-damage most weapons outside of 20 meters. With specializations, you can decrease that vertical recoil and increase the rate of fire up to 200 rounds per minute. But since I have very little playtime with this weapon under my belt, I won't be making recommendations on the specializations just yet. The next weapon you unlock at Recon Rank 6 is the Gewehr M95. This G95 is not the straight pull variant from Battlefield 1, and only has a rate of fire of 58 rounds per minute, but with significantly higher damage than the Lee Enfield. The high damage of this weapon means that if a target is even slightly wounded, you are likely to get a one-hit kill with a body shot, but you should still try to go for those headshots to guarantee a kill. At Recon Rank 10, you'll unlock the ZH-29. This SLR is possibly the most consistent weapon in the game, as it will 2-shot kill any target at any range. It does have a slightly lower rounds per minute than the Model 8 at only 150, but has the same magazine size. One of the specializations options for this weapon is to give the weapon a detachable magazine, which will up your total reserve to 6 rounds while making the weapon slightly faster to reload. The Krag Jorgensen is unlocked at rank 13, and this bolt action has the highest base accuracy in the game while moving, and it has very little recoil. The specializations to increase accuracy while moving can make this the go-to weapon for aggressive snipers, as you can hop in and out of cover, take your shot, and keep moving. This rifle also features the unique side-loading mechanism that caused so many issues when it saw service in the Spanish-American War, but we don't have to worry about misfeeds here. Next up is the RSC at rank 16, and this self-loading rifle behaves very similar to its Battlefield 1 counterpart. The detachable magazine will make reloading significantly quicker than other SLRs, and this weapon can perform extremely well in all ranges. The RSC will require 2 bullets to kill out to about 50 meters, and 3 bullets past that, with a potential one-hit kill with a headshot on a wounded target. The last weapon for the Recon is the Kar 98K. And your reward for reaching rank 20 Recon is an extremely powerful rifle with the highest base stationary accuracy. Its rechamber speed is slow, and it only holds 5 rounds, but this rifle has the fastest muzzle velocity out of any weapon when upgraded, and this gives you a flatter bullet trajectory so that you won't have to compensate as much for range or lead moving targets quite as much. While this doesn't affect gameplay, personally I think one of the best features of the Recon Class is the sound design of the bolt-action rifles. This game perfectly captures the impact behind shooting these weapons, and really deafens you for a second. Absolutely brilliant. At the end of the day, don't write off the Lee Enfield as a good weapon just because it's the starter. With the largest magazine and the fastest rate of fire, it can be the best sniper in the game if you have the skills to land those headshots consistently. But play the class, find what weapon you like and what works best for you. Moving on to the gadgets, we have a focus on intelligence and stealth. You will start out with the spotter scope and the bouncing Betty mine. The spotter scope is a valuable gadget and can allow you to spot enemies for your team, as well as survey an objective before pushing in. All you have to do to spot somebody with the scope is hold the crosshair over the target for a second, then they will be automatically spotted. The bouncing Betty mine is a perfect way to cover your retreat if an enemy is getting too close. I recommend placing it near doorways, stairways, or on a resupply cache for easy, although somewhat cheap kills. At rank 4, you'll unlock the spotting flare, which when fired will spot any target within a radius on the minimap. Once it hits the ground, it will go out after a set amount of time, so make sure you fire it high into the air for maximum duration. Do note that these can be countered by shooting the parachute. And another thing to remember is that you can't lob these across the map anymore like you could in Battlefield 1. The parachute will deploy mid-flight, killing all horizontal velocity, so don't waste it trying to flare a point 300 meters away. At rank 6, you'll have access to the spawn beacon, which will allow anyone in your squad or any other Pathfinder recons to spawn wherever you placed it. It's a great way to cut down your commute time to an objective, but make sure that you hide it well. At rank 9, you'll get access to the throwing knives, and these will replace your standard grenade. These will one-hit kill anyone out to 30 meters, and further if you get a headshot. But best of all, they're silent and instant, and you won't alert any nearby enemies like you would with a gunshot or a standard melee takedown. The sniper decoy is unlocked at rank 11, and it will spot any enemy that shoots at it. It's very useful for distracting an enemy while you flank around to another position. Just like with the other classes, the Recon has 2 combat roles. The first, called Sniper, allows you to hold your breath longer when aiming with a bolt-action rifle, and any headshots that you get will replenish your breath. The second trait makes any enemy you shoot automatically spotted. Whether this is just for you, your squad, or your entire team, I don't yet know, but I will find out and report back to you as soon as I can. The second combat role is Pathfinder, which I mentioned earlier with some of the gadgets. This role is perfect if your squad is getting pinned down by enemy fire, as you will be able to spawn on any friendly spawn beacon on the map, and not just ones placed by you or your squad. The second perk will grant your squad additional requisition points whenever someone spawns on your beacon. These points can be collected and used towards powerful reinforcement call-ins like the V1 rocket. Overall, the scout is an important part of a well-balanced squad. What they lack in close range capability, they make up for it by having valuable gadgets and powerful rifles. I want to thank EA for flying me out to Stockholm so I could get this footage for you guys, and thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have fun in Battlefield 5 and enjoyed these brief overviews of the different classes. Keep an eye out for more content, and my name is Shadox, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.